Friday and, and today I'm here around my personal journey. I'm completing my 10 entrepreneur, and I'm generation entrepreneur from my family. So I had a lot. So before that, all the listeners watching live or via play in. I'm Ranjini Sanjay. I'm a business coach and I help life coaches and healers make their dream income and impact. I begin sharing the lessons I've learned and could build thriving business different sectors, not just coaching. I have my businesses in health, travel, and other industries as well. Okay, so this is my journey to share from my back, like what I could do and get to where I'm today. And I've been in corporate as a software engineer. I had a time working for interglobal and support as my client, and had a great team and had a very good 8 years of journey corporate segment. And before that, teaching in schools. So when I quit my job, when I decided to put my wanted to be with the kind of money I was getting, the kind of lifestyle I could acquire having a high paying job, very convenient. And it's difficult to really leave a comfort zone, but I choose to follow my passion, do a fulfilling work. At the same time, I really wanted to see like what beyond what I have achieved. So the curiosity crossing, or the desire to cross that comfort zone, or take a leap of faith, was to really explore what was there in my potential, how much I can expand and stretch, to who I can become in the future. So that was a curious mind, and the binge was exciting, and that bold and brave step has helped me take that leap. And the journey is full of struggles, a lot of wins, a lot of realizations, and life changing experiences. But over the last decade, I feel you know that I took that decision, and it has helped me both personally and professionally. At the same time, I could maybe live a for purpose driven life, like where I am doing more meaningful work and creating impact. All right, so today I'm going to share few of the lessons which, or maybe a few of the things which hasn't changed, or which has stayed with me for so many years. And I think it is going to continue to stay as I you know continue my journey in the next decade and build more in different sectors, and grow my enterprise. So uh, to make it very short and quick, if you want to hear what I'm going to share in another 15-20 minutes, is the income that I desired after leaving my follows the impact. Okay, this is a recent statement that I got from my mentor Kelly Roach, and she talks about uh, how to create multiple businesses and thriving businesses, successful, profitable, sustainable businesses in different sectors. She's been a role model in her own way, and Recently in her training, I heard this from her, like income follows impact. So during your entrepreneurial times where you want to quit, you want to go back, you feel like have started those decisions, you would not have your reality. So there are times. This is a reminder to all those entrepreneurs who are in that space where things are not working the way you desire. Meant that have faith, and I heard from my mentors and what is my personal experience also, the impacts. Okay, so how did the success both at the income side and the impact side can happen? um, to start with, as an entrepreneur, we have an idea that we want to sell. Okay, so my idea of quitting my job was how do I sell this idea, like and what I'm going to do with my life. So I had an idea of starting schools. That's how my entrepreneurial journey started. So I first sold this idea to my family, that helped me make that investment and start a school. And I've seen many people, they take that leap, like they completely move from plan A to plan B. Like, it's not like you are at both places. There are people who stay in their jobs, stay in their current ventures, and start a new venture, or a passion project kind of thing. And we call it as side hustling. So often, the first plan or the first commitment hijacks all your time and attention, and often the side hustle takes its own time to shape up or grow. All right. So I've seen people struggle in that, where they are not able to give their best to the side hustle they started. So kudos to those entrepreneurs who take that leap, because you shut down your first 100%, I would say 200% to the new venture. Okay, so mostly people an idea, like idea to start, and this is where you will see the most struggle and most challenging experiences, where you want to make it real. Is a good place to start, but having a good plan is also important. So doing a market research, having a strategy, having a plan always helps to calculate risks. So when I started, having no background of business, and even nothing around marketing, selling, and anything, I would say uh, no ABC of business. Chose a model, like it was a franchise model, so it was like business given to me in a box. Okay, so and I had to learn all the processes, the of executing, delivering, managing, hiring, right? So it was a tried and successful. So for my first hand experience to you know give wings to my entrepreneurial desires, I chose a franchising option, and it went well. I would say I did a good job when it came to operations, delivery, managing a good team, had a very a good uh, high performing and award winning centers I could create. But the place where I failed was profits. Okay, so often there are, like I would say, 80% or 70% of businesses, they die in their first three, so, or maybe I would say 85 or maybe 90 in the first 1 year, or 1.5 years, 18 months, they okay, so a business to survive beyond 5 years is like you know real attention, is strategic approach of executing their, and reaching the ROI. And most important that plays in deciding the success of the business is definitely the profits. Without one day, you may be just surviving just because you don't want to give up on the idea that it becomes your dream project and you don't want to give up. Is bites you back. So now, uh, having done business in multiple sectors, I feel like you have to consider business outside of you when you are evaluating. Having an attachment around my business, my baby, it will cost you. So having that approach of strategically looking at as an as a and maintaining the integrity around what we thought and what we are executing and what we are desiring in terms of the profitability of the venture, it has to be measured and analyzed in that way, attached to the results. Okay, so having a plan makes sense. So if you have a plan, if you have a strategic approach, you are far better to survive. At least you can pull it off with this. Beyond that, let's say 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, exceptional, or I would say phenomenal success that you can create in your business. For that, you need a leader, not 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 just an idea, not work for your entrepreneurial venture. You need to have a broad vision. Sometimes this uh, a reality in the world that may take more than your lifetime to happen. So the vision that you have decides the boundary of your growth, both personal and professional. So I got this, I think, when I was really struggling. I lost, I had to close and really restart. You know, that was the time I was really looking at where things went wrong, what are the gaps, and when I start again, I made sure like I had a broader vision around why I'm going to pursue this, because it's easy to quit and say, "Oh, it didn't work for me. Business is not for me." I could have done that, but for quitting or maybe giving up or going back to a job was not the option. I really wanted to see myself on the other side, like get this through, and I could clearly navigate that path and be on the other side where I can see myself like I have sustained. I'm on the profitability side as well as I am able to thrive in whatever I have taken on. So the biggest gap was the long term vision. It was missing in my first venture. So when I started my own brand of services, since it was a franchisee, it had a limitation. I had to follow someone else's rules. I had to follow somebody else's vision. Okay, so having my own uh, story or purpose around doing what I'm doing gave me a stronger conviction to do this, and a, or I would say to really talk about it and put myself out, tell express my has fueled, it has fueled the efforts, my progress, and the with which I take restarted of my coaching and consulting enterprise. And I've come a long way. I have a community, I have collaborations, I have teams supporting. We are growing, we are creating our ecosystem, and I'm helping other people build a similar ecosystem for their own communities, their own audiences. So I would say the impact is huge. So as the impact is huge, so the income and the profitability is there. So rightly, as Kelly Roach, mentions in her training, like the income follows the impact. So having a vision is the first that you must have, objective of what the world will look like, what the people will have. And for me, it was very clear to have freedom in the area of time and money, and the joy of really enjoying being with your family, having those pleasures, and can enjoy time with them. You're not missing out. Not missing out on your health. You're not missing out on people. You're not missing out on the success and the income that you deserve, in fact, and definitely the impact. It all starts with having that broad vision, and then how you translate that broad vision into a 5 year, 10 year, 20, 30 year plan. You have to think broadly, like you don't have to create a plan. Sometimes, most of the times, the how is not clear. We don't know how are we going to achieve this, but we have a plan to get there. Okay, or we have we can completely visualize the future that we are creating, what services we are offering, and that can make a difference on this planet. So have a 5 year plan, have a 10 year plan, have clear, measurable, tangible goals, income, impact, people you want to empower, the difference you want to make in this world. Make it tangible, measurable, and break it down to yearly, weekly goals. So when I restarted my entrepreneur coaching and consulting, took me almost 1 or 2 streamline what my daily week looked like. And before that, I was completely invested in designing world class products and services, which has the values, which aligns with my values, and it is like driving me towards a purposeful life. So I spent, I would say, a good 1.5 year in developing those services, and at the same time, really, breaking what the next year, the 2 year, really getting to those daily and monthly. And trust me, whatever you put on your vision board, and whether it was 3 years back, 2 years back, or maybe this year, as long as you are emotionally invested in all, they all come true. And it has happened with me. Five things on your vision board, three may be fulfilled, but the other two, they get fulfilled in the next year. So as long as how strongly you are invested, that's where those goals become real, all of them. So it's nothing like I have a vision board, it's just lying there, and it stay invested, stay emotionally invested in those goals, and see them manifesting. And you have to take certain daily, weekly, monthly routine that helps you manifest these goals that you have put on your vision board, or that in your plan. So as simple as I use is gratitude journaling, keeping a track of the committed to do on a daily, monthly, weekly basis, and really keeping up myself to finishing all of that I have I need to do to get to my goal. So there are certain actions occur is the, I think, the thing that can help you meet your goals. So that's a non-negotiable. So if you have put some, whether you like it or not, or it is it is, out of your comfort zone. You don't like to do this, either you do it by yourself or have somebody do it, but get that thing done. So being an action taker is committed to plan that you have set yourself for, is the most critical piece. And the last thing would be journal learning. How having invested in your training, development, learning activities, new skills, new strategies. So when it comes to business online, things keep changing very, things are changing rapidly. I think what's working this month may not be working, or maybe next month. So we have to keep up with the trends. At the same time, we are doing things that, aligns with our, values as well. That actually, makes the perfect, aligning a purpose driven life. So that falls in place. So often, it, it shakes you up. Certain trends, certain strategies doesn't align. So maybe you have to find a different way to get those things done. But definitely, putting yourself out as a student, as a helps you move forward. So these are the key, takeaways I would like to offer as things that haven't changed in the last 10 years. And I can stand on, where I started, why I started, helps me pursue this growing and keep expanding my, vision, my self expression, and at the same time my confidence to serve, impact at this and help others make a similar, live a life of their dreams in their own terms. So I hope this session helped. And let me know your questions. And if you are doing a similar thing, do let me know in the comments. And if you have, if you're doing anything differently, that it helps all other listeners who are for replay or live can, get a sense of what you need to succeed, whatever idea, whatever business you are in, and that will help other entrepreneurs to learn from you. So share your comments, and if there is something that you could, you can take it from this session. And I'll be coming back next week with another guest and to make. So looking forward 24 at a very, so thank you for following and watching this live and the replay. So catch you soon.